how good does that feel? And you guys are doing great.
It's awesome. Just don't talk about it, and it'll keep happening. No. It's been good. We got to keep taking the ball away. Had a little bit, we needed, like I said, we needed one more takeaway a couple of weeks ago to help us win, as I mentioned. So it was great that we got a bunch, and we were able to get them in that territory,
right?
Where the offense was in plus territory, and it certainly helped us. And they're doing an unbelievable job of taking care of the ball.
Is it a little contagious? I want to know when one guy does it, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, as coaches, we have to push it and make it that. We have to make a big deal of it. It is a big deal. I mean, obviously, if you're plus in the turnover ratio, you're going to win a lot more games than you lose. So. It's our job to really bring it to the forefront and celebrate the guys who are continually taking away the ball or causing strips or making attempts at least on the ball. We had quite a few in the game that we didn't get. We had one ball on the ground that Quan ripped out. We had one that Quan Johnson ripped out late and went right back to the ball carrier. So we're starting to get some of those strips, and the more attempts you have on the ball, the more chance you have of getting it out. So that's the stuff that we're trying to celebrate. And obviously the interceptions when the ball's in the air, we have to make a play on the ball and go get it like it's ours.
Mark, you guys did a great job last year cutting down the X plays. That kind of hurt you early on. And what are you seeing right now that's leading to that?
It's usually, at the end of the day, it just starts with one guy being in its gap, and then the ball gets in the secondary. From that point, the secondary has to tackle it. And they can't lose secondary contain. So sometimes it's been our post player where the ball's hit the second level, and the guy who's our post player, who's our deep third player, comes up and misses a tackle. That's what was going on earlier. Or it can now bounce. It can get through the first level and bounce outside and gets outside the corner. That's what usually. It's usually the second level. But obviously we got to do a better job of not letting it get to the second level. We can't have a guy out of his gap to get the thing started. So it's really across the board when you give up those X play runs. It's really attributed across the board. And
sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. So we just got to keep working to clean it up, and we got to be stouter up front. We got to have more accountability, and we're getting there. We've had a lot of change of lineup. Which obviously, linebackers, the most important thing they do is fit the run and be in the right gap. And we've had a lot of change. We've had a lot of guys playing different positions. We've had guys that have had to step up. So, each week I expect to continue to be better and be more sound and have guys be exactly where we need to be.
Deshaun Watson, the challenge that player poses. How do you even begin to defend him?
No, he's again he's special, but it seems like every week you're playing a guy that has the ability to make things happen with his feet and also throw the ball. But I think he's done a great job of running their team the way they want to run it, and not trying to play to make every play. But he has the ability to make the plays that he wants to. He can throw a deep ball. He can make plays with his legs. But he does a great job of running their offense.
Artie Burns, he has to be one of those guys you're celebrating. Did you expect him to be this productive, and why is he?
Oh, certainly. Well, I just think he's got speed, he's got length, and he's competitive. So again, I will certainly expect. And again, I mentioned it in the spring, but we ended up having I think 4 picks in the spring game, and I said we had a secondary that I thought could take the ball away. They could go up and get the ball. We had safeties that had vision and had range that could go get it, and that's happening. So again, that comes with experience and confidence and trusting the techniques.
Do you have to guard against maybe guys relying too much on the turnover, thinking, we're just going to, versus let's wrap up and not be out of our gap?
I think they understand both. I think we're giving them the accountability. At the end of the day, as far as guys wanting to rush the passer or making plays on third down or having a chance to make a pick, when you stop the run and you're in your gap and you do a good job, you earn the right to rush the passer or get a pick later on. If you don't get a team in second and long or third down, then you're not going to get those opportunities. So I think they understand. We've made a big emphasis of it, and I think they understand where we're at.
Mark, how much does Clemson change, or is it just the same? They just run their system, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's not. They have a system. They have multiple formations, and they have a lot of plays. So they kind of do what they do. But it is a lot. It is a lot to get ready to defend. There's all different types of plays, and they have a lot of good players at all their positions. They're strong O-line. They're deep in the receiving core. The running backs are excellent, and obviously we talked about Watson. He makes the whole thing go.
You talk about the next man mentality, but that was pretty quick for Juwan Young. He says he didn't even have time to go say anything to Kirby because he had to get on the field. Just his response and how he's handled even up to this point, dealing with the foot injury and everything, and being ready when his number was called.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a process, for him, and we've been hard on him. We've been hard on him, pushing him to learn the playbook and get to his potential. He has a great skill set. Obviously, he's 6'3", he's 250 pounds, and he can run. But we got to get that. We got to figure out how to get that talent in the game, and we're getting it in the game. you know. And again, he made those plays in the game. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. They weren't by luck. He wasn't right place, right time. He actually just did his assignment on those 3 plays that really stood out to me, where he made the tackle on the screen, which was the first play. He had the back man-to-man. He made that interception. He was exactly in the zone and matched the route perfectly. And then he made that one tackle in the backed up situation where they ran a little inside zone read, and he just flashed out of nowhere. And he was perfect on those plays that he made. And that's really what we're trying to teach our team, is that you be ready for your moment. You make plays by being prepared. You don't make plays because you are a so-called playmaker. You make plays because when your number's called, you do your job, and the opportunity comes, you make a play, like Artie Burns did. In 2 minutes. Like Jay White, like we're starting to see Chad. Certain guys are stepping up and making a play when their number's called, understanding the situation, getting the call and doing their job. That's when the plays come. That's when the really good players step up.
I know you guys take pride in keeping the kids level and focused and emotionally sort of stable, but judging on your performance last week and expectations and the level of competition this week, any change in emotion in practice so far this week?
I think execution fuels emotion. If you execute and win, I think there is more emotion right now. I think the guys want to win. You want to win more, win a game, and you're excited about the fact that, okay, all right, here's what we did well, and it's the same approach every week. All right, here's what we did well. Let's keep enhancing those things. I talked last week about red zone and third down. They were good again. Talked about short yardage. It was good again. Now we got the takeaways. Okay, what we have to do is eliminate the explosive plays. We got to do a better job on the perimeter. We can't give up the deep passes, and we have to tackle the runs that pop and make them 12-yard plays and not 20 or 30-yard plays.
Raphael.
Yeah, losing Raphael.
Yeah,
Just who do you bring up from the scout team to kind of fill that, just his body?
Yeah,
the
we're
rotation?
working through that.
Okay.
So you guys know my standard answer on that when you ask me about the next guy in line, but we are working through it, and we're looking at a bunch of guys, and we have options, and we'll practice today, and guys have been working hard that we've been asking to step up, and we'll go through there. But certainly, he was certainly heart and soul. Can't say enough good things about what he did for us, and how fun it was to watch his maturity and watch him grow, become the leader that he did, and become the young man that he did. It was really a pleasure to coach. So we'll be here to support him. We'll wish him the best. We'll do anything we can to help him moving forward.
Who takes over his spot as the heart and soul, as far as the emotional, the leader?
We have guys that are leaders, and we have some young guys that are really excellent leaders. And what happens is, as they start to make some plays, they start to feel more comfortable, and their leadership comes out. They feel like they can be more vocal and they can hold other guys accountable. So we have layers. We have layers of leadership. Basically, what I told the team was, I said everybody just needs to step up their game a little bit. If everybody decides we're going to get a little bit better at their own position to make up for the loss of Kirby, then we'll be better. And doesn't mean we're certainly going to miss him. And again, he did an unbelievable job for us. But everybody's just got to make their mind up that they're all going to get a little bit better. If all 20 or 22 guys who are playing right now decide they're going to get better this week, then we'll be better.
Can Raphael be around the team at all after his surgery?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be around, and he'll continue to lead his leadership. Right now, he's got to take care of his business, and we got to get him right, and then ask him to be there for us. But we got to be there for him.
What's kind of been your thought on just how the linebackers as a whole have handled everything they've had to go through this year? I mean, of every position that you never want to see a kid get hurt, but again, in linebacker, just how has the room handled it, and just the mental challenge of it?
It's been crazy, really, to be honest with you. And we usually come in there every season and we have a contingency plan. Darian was our contingency plan to help us at Mike linebacker. Obviously, that happened, and Marquise Gayot was getting to the point where he was playing a lot at will, and he was going to be a starter for us on third down and 2 minutes, and then that happened. There's no way we could have planned for everything that we have. And the problem with college football is you don't have a waiver wire. You have who you have on your roster, and it's not like you can go out and go get some guys and do that. So I think what people are learning, though, are that they have to step up. They have to know the defense and know multiple positions. And then I think the guys who weren't ready for their opportunity are saying, "Oh man, if I'd have just been doing everything I've been doing, could have been doing, I could be playing right now." So I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned. But overall, to answer your question, unselfishness really is one word to describe it. Guys like Tyreek, guys like Trent Harris, that have stepped up and really been unselfish in that regard, and having learned multiple positions and play it.